Welcome back to another video. My name is Aaron and I help people expand their consciousness. Now with this video, what I'm going to do is share with you why the law of attraction might not be working for you, and at the same time explain some of the missing keys or the missing steps that you might be not paying attention to that are creating the experience of the law of attraction not working. Now, the first thing that I want to say about this is that when it comes to the law of attraction, realize that even deeper than the law of attraction is that our beliefs are creating our reality. Now, what this means is that if we believe that the law of attraction doesn't work, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's not working, but we might create with our own belief system, we might create the experience that there is no continuity in the thoughts that we're thinking to what we're experiencing in our life. Now, the idea behind this is that us thinking the law of attraction isn't real and actually thinking about that consciously is bringing more experiences to us that are reflecting that to us and is creating that for ourselves. So in a way, it's becoming a self-fulfilling prophecy, which of course on a different level is showing us that it does work because the law of attraction is bringing through the evidence that the law of attraction isn't working. Now, just to kind of clear up the law of attraction, because the law of attraction to some people has a very strong positive connotation, but to other people, because of the movie The Secret, which I think got the message out to a lot of people, at the same time, certain points were underemphasized and some people have a negative connotation with it. For the people that have the negative connotation, what I want to say is that the law of attraction, a way you can think about it that might be more relatable, is that our RAS, the reticular activating system in our brain, this selective focus we have, will always look for patterns, and whatever we focus on will grow. So as Tony Robbins does in a lot of his conferences or a lot of his seminars, you look around right now, and I'll ask you to look for everything that's brown. You'll look for brown, look for brown, look for brown, look for brown. And then if you close your eyes and I ask you to tell me what you saw that was red, you wouldn't be able to think of as much because your RAS wasn't looking for it. Now, in the same way, that's a very similar idea to the law of attraction. Whatever we focus on grows. If we're focused on a certain car that we bought, we might see it everywhere because our memory and our mind has simply decided that that thing has significance now that it's a part of us or it's a part of something that we have. Now, the idea behind this is to realize that the first thing we must do is become aware of our definitions. What do we believe to be true? Do we believe that the universe is working for us? Do we believe that it will mirror back to us what we want? Now, the other part to this of why the law of attraction might not be working is because we are focused on the mirror to change rather than us changing ourselves. Now, what this means is that we're asking for proof before we actually believe it. And remember, our beliefs are what creates our experiences. And if we were to stare at a mirror and say, I'm not going to change until you change, we're going to be sitting there forever. But if we learn that we must first buy into ourselves, we must first tailor our own focus, that's where we start to gain our power back, and that's where we can consciously decide and say, hey, where do I want to put my own energy? Where do I want to focus? And as we put our focus on what we want, we'll find more and more of it. Now, the other thing I want to talk about with the law of attraction is the whole process and what is important, because some people underemphasize certain points and overemphasize others. Now, as I always say it on my channel, it's not just about the thinking, it's not just about the emotions, it is also about the action. So sometimes we might be sitting around or we might be doing things and thinking to ourselves, I want to attract this, I want to attract this. But if you even take the words attraction, the word action is inside of it. I don't think it's just a play on words. I think there's significance to that. There is action that is necessary in order for us to create opportunities in our life to perceive of what is ready for us, to perceive of what we are getting mirrored back to us. So the idea is to align how we think, how we feel, and how we act in coordination and in the same direction of what we want to experience, and that when we do that, we are creating for ourselves a powerful momentum. Now, as I say, We don't necessarily need to be focused on what we want, but it's more about who we become. Because who we become is the important part of what we have to keep, because even if we lose the material thing that we got, we can still create more of it. And at a certain level, that's where the growth really begins. So the being part is the action, is the feeling, and is the thinking. Now the best part is when we do some of these for everything. Say it's about money. You can start to take more action towards your passion, towards action towards monetizing your passions, or towards providing value for people. You can then start to focus on the emotions as you're taking the action because they link into one another. And guess what? If you read a lot of books on that, if you read and study other people who have done the same thing that you want to do and you model their behavior, you're combining all of these. You're linking your thoughts, you're linking your emotions, and you're linking your action, and you're embodying who you are meant to be in order to get the experience that you want. So realize that if our beliefs are holding us back, we are thinking that the law of attraction isn't working, when in fact it is reflecting back to us exactly that. It is reflecting back to us that it is working. It's just we're not seeing it because our selective focus and because our beliefs are creating discontinuity in the experience. We're creating and we're not seeing that all the synchronicity exists together. We're only seeing that which we are tuned to. So remember, you can take your power back by doing every step of the process, by getting to the core of your definitions, by realizing that as you change, so does the reflection, and then that's when the true progress really begins. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and feel free to push the notifications, because some people tell me that even though I post daily videos, they're not getting the notifications or they're not seeing it pop up. So hit that notification bar if you want to see those daily vids. And as always, I will see you guys on the next vid. Peace, much love, and namaste.